Hey, hi, I'm Chris. Every day I do a vlog and I'm doing it for 1,000 days. Guys, every day I talk about something uniquely different. And today, quiet desperation. I think we all lead lives of quiet desperation. You know, the state of inner despair and unfulfillment beneath a calm, outwardly normal exterior, often stemming from societal pressure to conform to expected paths like education and career that don't bring us happiness. I think ultimately, though, as we walk this pathway of life, we understand that there are things that we have to do in order to bring about peace. But I think internally we hide these sufferings, these frustrations, and it's the desperation, isn't it? It's the quiet that brings us the depression, the anxiety. People continue their daily routines internally and they feel anxiety, doubt, and a deep sense of dissatisfaction. And I think that can lead on to some misplaced values. It suggests that focusing on money, possessions, and status rather than true fulfillment or passions lead to an empty and routine existence. Now, all this sounds rather bleak, but the reality is, internally, we all have decisions and we can all formulate our lives in a particular way. I think ultimately it takes strength to turn away from the conventions of life in 2025. I accept that I need a place to live, and in order to keep a roof over my head, I have to work, and that will mean paying rent, paying a mortgage, and sacrificing my time here on earth in order that I pay for those things. And I think that's just a given with life. And maybe in the future, all that changes. Maybe in the future, we don't live for work or work to live. It's just something that we do in order to facilitate a life that we are so desperate to live. And that's the important thing, isn't it? That desperation we feel because do we really want to go to work? No. Do we want to spend time with our families and people we love? Yes. Are we giving up that time in order to live or sustain a living? Yes. Yes, we are. And that sustainable lifestyle has to keep being fueled, doesn't it? We have to keep getting up at 8 in the morning on a Monday and keep working through to the Friday at least. And sometimes we don't make enough by Friday, and that can eat into the weekend and rob us of even more time. And time is the most precious commodity. Living an existence of quiet desperation, though, can make you feel empty, unfulfilled. And I think that's why it's so much more important to, in your downtime, experience life away from work. To feel that you're connected with not only nature and the world around you, but also with the people around you. I very often people watch and go for a walk, and I do often wonder how happy are the people around me? How comfortable are they in their lives? And are they really doing what they really want to do? And I think you probably be surprised that the amount of people that are unhappy with a life that they have, but they find it almost a necessity to go and live the life that they're living, because without that, well, they wouldn't be able to survive. And being forced to live a life that you don't want to live isn't conducive to happiness, I think. Being happy, I think, is a conscious state. It's a place where if you don't have the obligations of going to work, if you don't have the obligations of feeling unfulfilled, then maybe you can have a life where you do have meaning. And I think that's what we're all looking for, isn't it? We're all looking for some kind of meaning that gives us the joy and the happiness and the and the wonderment that life can afford us. It's not always easy though, and I think for a lot of people it's a necessity to carry on doing the things that we do. Money seems to have precedence over time, when really time is what we're talking about. So if you find yourself in that phase of wanting to live a more conducive lifestyle for your happiness, just really think about what steps you can take to avoid that quiet desperation and be in a place of happiness, because that is where we all want to be. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Thumbs up or subscribe or hit that notification bell, or even maybe leave a comment. I'll be back again tomorrow as part of my 1,000 days. See you then.